hemp is now legal all over the country.
But could using hemp-derived CBD cost you your job? News 9's Sarah McGrew is digging deeper in this special report into how this legal substance could trigger a failed drug test.
Imagine coming so close to finally getting a job only to find out you tested positive for THC, but haven't used marijuana. Well, that's what one central Wisconsin man says happened to him.
It was kind of a punch in the gut.
Dozens of applications and months of applying finally led Ryan to the perfect job.
I mean, they offered me the job and everything, you know, pending the drug test.
But a surprise waiting in the results.
Came back on the drug test as diluted THC.
Confusion and shock followed for Ryan, who says he hadn't used marijuana. Instead, he blames CBD.
So it was suggested by my sister-in-law to try the CBD, and I did, and it really helped my anxiety.
A hemp-derived product that people have found many uses for.
It could be helpful for inflammation, it could be helpful for pain, mood modulation, anxiety, things like that.
Hemp has been legal in the U.S. since last year, including CBD. As long as it contains 0.3% THC, the compound in marijuana that causes a high. But it's such a small amount, Ryan never thought it would show up on a drug test.
No disclosure to THC being positive on a drug test, you know, that's should be a warning.
The tests, are not sensitive enough to distinguish the difference.
According to a clinical pharmacist, there's two categories of drug testing: presumptive and definitive.
Your presumptive testing, or your point of care testing, depending on how sensitive that testing is, the CBD or cannabidiol may be structurally similar enough to flag as a false positive for THC.
But definitive testing is likely to be more spot on.
Cannabidiol itself is not going to cause a false positive for THC with a definitive test.
But sometimes the levels of THC in CBD products can be more than what the bottle reads.
Unfortunately, there is not as much oversight and regulation of the manufacturing of these products, and so at times these products can have more THC than what is listed on them.
Because of that, Morgan says to make sure whatever CBD product you use is third-party tested.
I can't stress enough the importance of knowing that your product has those lab reports if you're worried about being tested.
But even then, how you use the products and how much you use can cause a buildup of THC in your body.
Somebody is like vaping or smoking the cannabidiol oils, and that could potentially contribute to the higher concentrations of THC and then potentially positive results on a definitive test.
Morgan recommends being upfront with your boss or potential employer.
Let them know exactly what it is that they're taking and, make sure that they understand.
And as research advances, there's hope, so does the sensitivity of testing.
I think that there's definitely a possibility in the future that there would be the possibility of a hard and fast cutoff that would allow for differentiation.
Meanwhile, Ryan continues to look for a job, and he's no longer taking CBD.
I'm a lot more tense.
Holding on to hope that those advances in testing come soon, so he can get back his relief from CBD without hurting his job prospects. And as CBD continues to grow in popularity, officials are working to find better ways to regulate the products so users know exactly what they're getting. Live in the newsroom, Sarah McGrew, News 9 WAOW.